Hello everybody, welcome into the channel. I'm Brian Pickle, and today we are going to be starting a brand new city in Cities Skylines 2, and I'm super excited to get started, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit new game and jump right into it. The map I've chosen to do for this series is going to be the Tampere map, which I hope is how that's pronounced. I'm just trying to repeat how it sounded when they said it on the live stream. This is the one that's based on the home of Colossal Order, and it's got kind of everything that we need. All the temperatures, all the outside connections and resources, so I think it's a great map to start with. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. I am going to go ahead and switch the theme to North American for my sake, and as far as the name, I think I'm just going to give it a pink for now. If you've got suggestions for a name, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and maybe I'll just name the city whatever you choose. I'm going to leave everything else off, no unlimited money or anything. I want right-hand traffic. Otherwise I will get so confused. And then, yeah, no natural disasters. So let's go ahead and start the game. Now, hopefully it should load really quickly. I've noticed that it does not take nearly as long as Cities Skylines 1. Now, I don't know if that will change in the future, you know, with assets and mods and who knows. But for now, it loads really quickly. See, we're already in. So let's check out our map. We've got these two larger land masses and separated by these two large lakes and with a little tiny baby river in between. So, I'm trying to think. One other thing that I want to check out before we really get started is the wind direction. Okay, so wind direction is that way, so I want to make sure this side is where the industry goes. Okay, perfect. And then what I would like to do is get rid of... I want to sort of set some stuff up, so I want to get rid of this bridge. And I think I'm actually also going to press play because I don't want to run into any issues of weird water stuff going on. So, because I was playing around before and I terraformed a lot and the water went absolutely crazy. So what I'm going to do is flatten out a decent chunk of this area. So I'm going to go to about this height. I think that's like a decently high area. Let's maybe this one. And then I'm just going to, I'm going to sweep it around this entire area. All the way down to here and into back here. That way. And that'll do for now. And then I'll go ahead and wiggle this out, smooth this out, and make this look a little bit nicer. I'll go ahead and up the strength on this, because I do want this to be nice and smooth. And for now, I mean, obviously I'll go through and like really fix all this up as we progress through the city, but I do want to have a nice flat area to start working with. I'm going to actually get rid of this little ruin here, and this one, I want to keep it, so I'm just going to move it a little bit for now. Pop it over there. Okay, so that's much flatter. I want to go through, and I do want to smooth out this stuff, but I want it to be on a smaller brush. Like strength and size. So, and just kind of wiggle these out. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. Because when I was doing this before, testing some stuff out, I kind of flooded the whole map doing this, so I don't want that to happen again. I would like this very much to not flood, so I want to work with that now while the game is going and the water is moving, because I don't want any nasty surprises when I go to hit play. So it looks like we're in the clear, which means that now I can go through and actually pause it and then set up our roads. So what I would like to do is grab a 4-lane medium road, and what I need to do is just make sure that it can come over here flat, straight. So what I would like to do is, I think about from here, I want to lower this elevation step to the lowest. So there's 5 steps now compared to the 3 in Cities Skylines 1. And it works the same way. If you go up, you know, if you have full elevation step, it goes up by 10 meters. If you go down to the lowest, I think it goes by, 1.25 at a time. And then various stages in between. So what I think I need to do is at least, I think 5 is not quite enough. Oh, you know what? That's right. What I actually want to do, before I get started there, what I want to do is actually create a road underneath. So I want to have a nice little 2-lane road kind of meandering around the edge of this lake here, or the bank of the river. And then I want the highway, the entrance highway, to go over top of it, so I need to make sure that I have enough space over the road. But I gotta have the road there first to make sure. That's how I test that. So there we go. That's what I was missing. Okay, so let's see. How do I want this to go? I don't want that super sharp. Let's just go like this. And go to here. I can have this be a little straight piece there. And then just sort of go along this way. Let's see. Oopsies. Sorry with all the craziness with the camera moving around. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, let's take this back just a touch. Let's go this way. And then we can meander this off. And start going up this hill. There we go. So I'm going to fix that later. I don't really like that. I don't want it to go up that intensely. And I'll smooth that out as we go along. But for now, that'll do. And then now I can go ahead and grab my medium roads. My medium roads. And see if we can't get this to come straight across. Yeah, so that's going to be too short. And I think we'll need at least 8.75, I think, to get us over the top. Yeah. And then, so what I would like to do is just have this go straight across this way. Kind of would like to have this be, yeah, like straight, like this. I think that'll do. And then what I'll do to connect this back up is I'll grab that and our curve tool, and then have it join back up. And it's not too steep, it's not too crazy, so I think I'm happy with that. And then we're gonna go over here and do a similar thing. So grab the straight. Oh no, I want the freeform tool, the continuous curve tool. Just making sure we've got the height underneath there. I think that's fine. Okay, so this road I want to go off in that direction because I want to have it kind of hug the freeway and this rail line over here. So connect it up here, and then, well, actually, you know what? I want to bring it back down to earth first, I think. Or do I want to just do it like this? I think that's actually fine. So let's see. Oh no, wait, I'm going out around now. There we go. There's back to 0. We've got a 2.4, 2.3 incline. So I think I'm happy with that. I think that'll be okay. So we'll go there. And then I'll get our straight tool and continue it on at 180 degrees. That direction. Then I want to do the same thing, but I want to have a road going off this direction. So I think from about here, I want to have just a road go straight out that way. And it'll cross over and go somewhere on that side eventually. But for now, I then want to have it come this way. So hopefully we can get, show us an 180 degree, line through there. And then just continue this off. And I don't want to go up the hill quite yet, so just out to here, I guess. See if I can smooth that out just a little bit more. That is a very intense hill. Do I want to get rid of that a little bit more? I think I do. Okay, and then I'll smooth it out. There we go. And that's a little bit better. And then I can actually just, like, redraw this last little bit. And it should be nice and flat on the ground. Yeah, so just like a +1 incline is fine. And we'll draw it out to about there. There we go. Okay. So now what I would like to do is start putting in some of our road frames. So I'm going to go grab the 2-lane road. And then for over here, I want to have some larger blocks And so what I'm going to do is go out by 112 and then over by 112. I think I want to turn off the snap to guidelines because I'm getting some connections from other places that I don't want. So 112 this way. And then I want to go, I don't want to connect it up to the road yet. So I'm going to go another 112 out this way. And then I'm on a weird hill, so this probably isn't going to work out how I want it to. 112 and 112. Ah, it did. It worked. Okay. So, cool. Then I'll just do the same thing. And now the reason why I'm not using the actual grid tool for this is because you can't define the parameters, I guess, if that's the right word I'm looking for how, like, deep and long you want your grid to be. So you do, if you want it to be of a specific size and not just kind of adjust on its own to what feels right based on the coding in the game, you have to kind of draw it out yourself. So that's why I'm doing that. And I'll connect this one up to this road here. And I think just a couple more rows should do us on this side. And then I'll show you what you can do if you are really, really, really wanting to use that grid tool, which I can totally understand why. It would save you tons of time. Like, this is a slow-going process to get it perfectly in and to make sure that, like, nothing breaks and we have our perfect grid squares. But what you can do is once you've got, like, your grid system set up in a way that you like, you can then go ahead and grab your grid tool and then go ahead and click on the corner of one of your areas, drag it out by how deep you want your grid to be. In this case, we want 112, and then you can drag it along. I can't go quite that far, right? Or can I? No, it's going to want to click into there. So we'll go to this one and make sure that it's 112 deep still. What am I getting? What am I connecting to here? That's being weird. Let's just turn off snap to existing geometry. I think that's the one that gives me the weirdest stuff. There we go. 112. And then we should have a perfect grid. There we go. Very nice. And I want to leave some room over here because I would like to probably eventually put a rail yard somewhere in this area. I don't know if I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it over here because this looks like a nice spot too. But because the rail line does come in through here. So I don't want to box myself in with that and then have to, like, redo stuff immediately. So I think I'll just draw one more grid out this way. And that should do it. And I can go ahead and a nice little connection in there. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing over this direction. So I think we can start about here. We'll go out. Am I on a 90-degree angle? No, it's, well, because this road is not a 90-degree. So why don't we find where the 90-degree is? So here, that's where we got here. Okay, so this is a 90-degree angle, and I would like to come out by 88 to start. And then, so I'll go over by 80, and then up by 88. I think that's a nice size grid. I want it to be smaller than our industrial ones, because I want to keep the houses relatively small in here. So that's what we'll do. I think, now I forgot again. Was it 88? 80 out and 88 up. Okay, so 80, 88. There we go. And so I'll just, I'll fill in the rest of this area with some grids, and then once it's finished, then we can continue on with actually making the city. Okay, and now that we have some initial road frames to help us get started, what I would like to do now is, well, what we need to do now, actually, is talk about electricity. So, we have a couple options here for us. We could go with a coal power plant, but it's really expensive. Not only just in, like, purchase price, but the upkeep is really high. And then we also have the problem of needing to convert the high voltage electricity to low voltage, and also that this building cannot be upgraded after placing it. So this is the most that we will ever get out of this building, which is not ideal. After 20 megawatts, we'll have to replace it with something better anyway, so we might as well just skip it, because we don't actually need it yet. We also have the wind turbines, which we do have some wind on the map, so that does give us the maximum amount of voltage, or of megawatts, so we could use these, throw them up on the hill here, but they're really expensive. I don't understand why they're so expensive, to be honest. I mean, I guess I sort of do, but anyway, they're $25,000 purchase price, and then they're $15,000 to upkeep. But a transformer station is a lot less upkeep, first of all, like half of the upkeep, and it's only just a touch more expensive. So, honestly, I think it just makes sense, the most sense for that to be what we go with. So we're going to plop it down over here and just hook it up to these high voltage power lines. And then we are already connected. That's it. That's all we have to do. We're ready. And then we need to do, of course, water. So if we press play, we can get a good look at what's going on here. So I think... So water's coming out this way. And I guess that way. So we'll go ahead and we'll place one here. Now, this will need a road connection, and for right now, just for ease's sake, I'm just gonna, like, meander a nice little dirt road over to it and call it a day. This will change drastically. I'm just setting some stuff up so we can get started. And then, oh yeah, water. We need a sewage outlet, so that is gonna go down this direction for now. It probably will also not be its permanent home, but, oh, it's a little bit on the water. I mean, on the land. We need to move that to the water line. There we go. Now, this one doesn't need to be connected to a road, but it does need a pipe connection for the sewage pipe. So, gonna go ahead and grab that here and connect it right up. Now, sometimes they can be a little bit weird and not snap how you would expect them to. Like, I can't... Yeah, there. So if you need to, like, if you're having an issue, if you zoom in, you can, like, if you get real up close and personal, you can see that it's connected or not. Because sometimes it doesn't really snap like you would want it to. So, but anyway, that's that. We are connected there. Now, I would like to try to do a fun little experiment with how we zone the place up. What I would like to do is I'm thinking of having two separate kind of vibes going on, two separate sort of cities. So one on this side of the river and one on this side. And to get the most out of kind of what we have to offer in the game, I want to do European on one side over here and North American on this side. So, because that will give us access to like all the unique buildings, or signature buildings, my bad, signature buildings, that's what they're called here now. So I think that would be a fun thing to try to do. So on this side, I know I'm going to forget eventually, but I want to do European on this side. So we're going to start with the European-themed houses. So we'll just zone up a couple guys here. And already I've forgotten that one of the things I wanted to do was zone up a little bit of smaller areas. So, because when the houses get too big, they complain of rent really, really quickly. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to be very careful about the size of the buildings that pop up here. And so if you've played and this map, this view seems like a lot to you, if you just hit I, the overlay goes away and you can actually see what you're doing. It gets very grating very fast, I'm not going to lie. So we'll just go ahead and fill up the rest of this street here. And before I, start forgetting things, I want to make sure that we leave room for paths. So I think, yeah, I don't want to snap to the sides of the building. So another quick little tip if you're having a trouble with this, if you want to like draw in this grid with your paths, but you keep finding that it clicks to either side like that and you can't go in the middle, Like, this is in the middle. This is not in the middle. So what you can do is click off snap to sides of building, and it won't be snapping to the houses, and it'll be right in the middle of your grid. And there we go. Now, I know these folks are just moving in, but I'm going to kick them out already. I don't think I can connect to that. Now, it doesn't let me connect there, which is annoying. I'm not going to lie. I don't like that. I wish that would connect. But it's fine. It's not the end of the world. We'll leave it like that. And then I think if we go from over here, it should, though. It should connect. Yeah, that's connected. So we'll go through there, just like that. I think that'll be nice. Here looks like another good place to put a path. Just connect it up like that. We don't have to, not everything has to be perfect 90-degree angles, and, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, basically. So let's do this. And then go up to there. And we'll do the same kind of on this side and hook it up to there. Just give us some interconnectivity, a little bit walkability going on in our city. We definitely want to start that early. We definitely don't want to leave that to the end. So let's go ahead, go through there. Probably here's a nice place to put some. To connect those up like that. And I like that they automatically give you the connections, because previously in Cities 1, like if you were to have connected an intersection like this to a curve that didn't have an intersection, people actually wouldn't like cross the street and take it, really. Like if they were over here, they wouldn't use this if they were on this sidewalk. If they were on this sidewalk, they would. But over here, they would like walk all the way down here, cross over, then come back. So we don't want them to do that, so that's nice. I like that we don't have to worry about that now. And I think I'll throw another one up just there. I'll probably make like an elevated one out of this one eventually and probably put in a roundabout of some kind here. But for now, it's okay. And then now I want to go ahead and get our commercial in. So, oops. Yeah, let's get rid of that view. It's just so loud. It's so loud. And I think we'll just do some nice, short, little small ones up along here. And then we'll do the same with some... Oops, we've already hit milestone 1. Cool. So we've got Tiny Village already. Your efforts are bearing fruit, and your city has taken its first steps towards success. So we got some stuff. I'll look at it in just a second. Let me go ahead and zone in a little bit of industry first. Take care of that. And then we can go ahead and take a look at what we've unlocked. So, ooh, sorry. Sometimes when the planes fly over, you can hear them, and they're very loud. So if we go into our progression here, we see what we've got. Under milestones, we hit Tiny Village. So we've got some more cash. We have one development point. We have 3 expansion permits. And we've got all this stuff. We've got loans. We can open up our map tiles view. We have a city budget, city statistics. Gosh, I stumble over that one every single time. And then we have medium density row housing in both styles. And a lot of new roads. Cool. So we will make use of some of these immediately. And then healthcare and death care, garbage, etc. So those 2 things. So we will want to take care of that kind of right away. So I think if we just go straight down the line, that's probably the easiest way to do it. So medium density housing, we've got some demand for it. Why don't we zone a little bit up first? Now I think along here, make sure I'm in the right style. Along here will be perfect for a little bit of, not a lot, because I want this to be also mostly commercial, but we'll do a little block of it, and then also some on this side. I think 3 deep will suffice. And now that one's grown in, I can do the one on the side. If you zone in like a big square, you might get them to grow in just like that on the wrong side of the road. So, I mean, they wouldn't go on this one anyway, but I don't actually want them there. So let's just get rid of that. Bulldoze these guys. I just wanted to show you exactly how that works sometimes. So if you zone in like a large block, you just want to leave the end pieces open and then zone them in once the building starts to come in. That way you can get them to sit exactly where you want them to. We'll throw in some more commercial, since we've got lots of demand for that as well. So think we'll just kind of line the rest of this road with some. I think we'll stick with 4 deep for now. And a little bit on this side. Nice, maybe some corner ones over here. See how that looks. Okay. And then one really quick thing that I want to do is I want to hook up this road to this road. So I'm going to go in here and grab our 3-lane asymmetrical road. And I want to drag it out here. Oh, it's not going to let me do it there. Oh, because it's not actually on the bridge. There we go. That's why. So if you get a weird overlapping message, it's because you're not actually connected to the road. I was underneath the road and because you can stack roads, it thought that that's what I wanted to do, but that's not what I'm trying to do right now. So I want to go ahead here a little bit closer. And oh, maybe not that close. About here. And sink us down to the earth. And that should do. And then I want to grab our 1-lane roads, and I want one to go this way. Like so. And then this one will come this way. And we'll have a nice little one-way system going in there, and it'll hook up to the bridge, which I think is fun. And then over here, what I would like to do is a similar thing, but going this way. And curve around there. It's not big enough for this yet, so I don't want to worry about that. But I just want to make a little bit of interest in our road network. Just a touch. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, there we go. We've got stuff going in now. And let's go ahead and zone up a little bit more of our low density. So we can fill up some of these guys over here. Oops, that's a weird shape. Along the water, and just see what we get. A nice little 2x2 over here. So, also, now that I just remembered by saying that, the smallest building that you can get in Cities Skylines 2 is a 2x2. No more 1x1 buildings. There's none of that here. So, just keep that in mind as you zone, and you won't have to worry about that sort of thing happening. Which is nice. It's definitely an improvement, I think. So, let's just fill in this with low density over here. These can just be mass zoned over there. I think that's fine. We need some more commercial as well, so I can keep this going out along over here. A little bit there. Maybe just a touch in this area here. I don't think I want any coming over here. Like, this entry bridge I don't want to be cluttered with stuff. So I think I'll leave it there. But I think what I will do is put some out along here. And because, thank God, we do not need to have power connected in the same way that we used to, I can zone something so far away, and it's okay. It's fine. Nothing's going to happen. They're not going to complain about a lack of power. They're all good. They're ready to go. So, that is great news. And before I get too carried away here... Oh, did I zone up row houses here? I did. My bad. Don't want that. I want regular houses here. Oh, boy. It's because they're all the same color, so it's kind of hard to notice that they're different. Goodness, we got a lot in here. Okay, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. Okay, there we go. That's better. Oh, and I did it all along here, too. Gosh, I'm an idiot. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, I'll just let those ones go in on their own. Anywho, we need to check out more stuff that we forgot about, or that we unlocked. So, we've done the row housing, we have not done the roads. So, we did some road stuff, but not what I wanted to do with them. So, what I would like to do is grab our new decorative roads. Or, like, the ones that are divided. 4-lane divided road. And I want to upgrade this main street here. So, we'll go through all of this and just upgrade that. We want this whole thing that way. I don't think I'm going to do it to this one, though. I think I want this one here. This will probably become a 6-lane one eventually. This one will probably stay 4. But I guess it really just depends on what goes on. So, we'll see. Then, so that's the road. Perfect. That's upgraded how I would like it. And next, let's go in here. Oops, not that. Tiny village. Whoop. So we've got roads, healthcare and death care. So if you'll notice, oh, it went away. Oh yeah, here's one. So we have somebody waiting for a hearse right now. But what is interesting is that if we just leave it like that, an ambulance will come. I was like, is one coming already? No. An ambulance will come over here, though. What are you dropping off to a house? You should not be there. A delivery truck coming into this neighborhood? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, a hearse will eventually... Oh, look, see? Somebody came and got him. There he goes. So if we just leave that unattended, that problem, it actually won't become a problem. People will get picked up from the outside connections. But it will cost us money to be doing so, and as the city grows, it will become, obviously, more financially stable to do it ourselves. So what we're going to do is we are going to place a cemetery here. And I've left all of this space out back here because I want to put it here. So what I want to do is I want it to go right... Oops. No, I want to keep this 90-degree angle. So if I put it on the building, it'll keep it there for me. And I think... Let me see, can I get it out of that view? I can. Nice. Okay. So I want to leave room for another road to come through, if necessary. And I think here will be great, but I just want it a little bit off the road. So, here. And then what I want to do is grab our small alleyway roads. And I want to grab one here. Oh, I didn't really mean to make a curve, but, like, how does that look? No, that looks stupid. Let's go ahead. Let's get the right road that I want. I want the straight road. And we'll connect it right up like this. I like that. Okay. So I've also left room, you'll notice, for some of the buildings that can be added to it. They give certain little benefits. Nothing crazy. This one really just makes people a little bit happier. +2 within 300 meters. This one is ups the attractiveness. I think this is the only one that increases capacity storage. So
power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts.
We will not be experiencing rolling blackouts. Relax. Everybody calm down. The radio can be interesting. I'm actually going to turn it off because I'm talking over it and it's very distracting when it comes on. So I'm going to turn that off. I'll turn on just the music only one. For now, I want to leave it as is because I don't want to spend any more money on it. But I have the room to expand it when necessary. So, that's good news. Next thing that I want to do is grab our medical clinic that we just unlocked. So, I think in here will be a nice place. I don't know why there's just like one random little guy there. Okay, I think this will be a nice spot to do this. So, I want to grab our little alleys again and go here. And I don't want to connect it to the road. But I think that should leave us just enough room for a medical clinic. Oh, not quite. Well, but I can do it over here. That's actually not bad. And what I can do, since that little piece there is missing a road connection, I can just do that. And we've left room, of course, for this extension doesn't need any more space. This one does, but we have room for it. So, this might be a great place to keep that. I like it. I think we're going to roll with that. I wish... It takes a little bit of time for some of the detail to come in, but it's still a really nice building. But, like, there's something funky going on with the roof over here. Oh, gosh, look at those trees. Are those trees? What is that? Oh, goodness. That was scary. Oh, dang, already. So we've got milestone 2 unlocked of small village now already. Damn, we're just moving right through. We've got $700,000 again now. We've got 2 more development points. We haven't even spent our last one yet. And we have 4 more expansion permits. Yikes. So that's one thing I do want to mention. Like, if you're playing already yourself and you're I don't know, just one thing to keep in mind as you play is that while things tend to move a little bit slowly in the population game, like as far as like buildings take a while to come in and that process is just slower, the progression is super quick. Probably because it's XP based, so if you, I mean, you could spam a bunch of buildings and get to Megalopolis if you wanted to. But, oh, there goes our textures. Now they've come in a little bit. Still a little funky going on there. I don't even think I've changed any settings, but anyway, we'll ignore that. We don't have to worry about that right now. But progression does go by super quickly, which can be a little bit overwhelming because so many things are available so fast. Like, we already still have things that we haven't even addressed yet from the last milestone. Like, we still haven't even talked about garbage, which we can just talk about really fast, because we're not actually going to place any of these buildings. Like I said, because we are able to, like, use outside connections for things in this game, we don't need to place a landfill quite yet. It will just be exported out of the city, and that'll be fine. Eventually, the city will become too big, and it'll just be costing us too much money to do that. But for now, it's inexpensive to do that. So we're going to keep it that way for now. And then, what else did we just unlock? Goodness, we're just moving so fast. Okay, so we got 2 more development points, 4 more expansion permits, got loans, taxes, medium density housing, education, and research. So we now got access to schools. Whew, it's just so much is going on here. Okay, so we can go into our taxes. Why don't we start there? And I'm gonna bump these up a little bit, about 16%. Kind of, yeah, I'll just do it across the board. 16% across the board. And then what I would like to do is zone up all this stuff really fast. So let's get rid of that. I think also I'll start kind of making a little bit of a central zone in here, because this will probably be redeveloped into high density eventually. So let's go through and I'll make like a little bit of a commercial center over here. Little 4 deeps in there. And then get our medium density housing and throw that up there. Oh gosh, damn it. I forgot. If you draw over your zonings, it will replace them. It's not like how they work in Cities Skylines 1 where they stay that way. Only once the I think even if you draw over a building, it will replace it. So you do need to be careful with that, but I caught it fast enough, so I think we'll be alright. So there's that. We need some more low density. So how come it doesn't like that road? I find that interesting. I find it interesting that low density does not want to be on this road. That is very interesting. What do we have going on here? Are these row houses again? They are. I don't want those. Go away. I want regular houses. That was my bad. I mean, you know, I can't get mad at the game. That was my fault entirely. So maybe that has something to do with it. Because I had zoned up high density over there, or like medium density. That's very interesting. I wonder why that is. If you've got any suggestions for why that does not like that, please let me know. I would love to know what that might be about. But anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll just, why don't we zone some up along here? Oh, it's already actually taken care of that demand, so maybe I'll just do one little house there. And a little bit more commercial. So I think I actually didn't want to do, well, yeah, oh, that's fine. I'll do that. Okay. There we go. And that's taken care of that. And let's see. Okay, let's go back into here and see what next we've done. So we've taken care of medium density housing. We have education and research. So why don't we place some schools? We'll do our elementary school first. And I think, since we've got this open space here, I could do it there, but we won't be able to expand it if I put it here. So maybe that's not the ideal spot. Maybe, though, since this area is completely open, I could do it down here. I think we can do that. And then I'll take our regular roads, and I want to... So this was our depth originally, but I want to go a little bit longer than that. So we'll go... Our grid is starting to fall apart back here, but that's okay. Grids do not normally exist everywhere so perfectly in the real world either, so it's okay. I'm okay with it. And we are creeping up on that hill there, so we do need to be careful there. And then, let's see. What if... I could make this area a little high school park. Why don't we do that? Let's grab our school and check it out first. Okay, so this is the high school. Pretty big. And then I need to have room for the field as well. So, but yeah, I think if we place this here, and then I want to make room for the field immediately just because it is really big, so I want to make sure that we have the space for it. It does not quite fit back there. So, what I'm going to do is just amend this road just a touch and make room for that. So, if I put the school here first, oops. If I grab the upgrade here, there we go. Then I can fix the road around it. So, let's grab that, and just like this. And there we go. Well, that's a little bit weird. I don't like that. Let's fix that. Goodness. Okay. There we go. Nope, invalid shape. Okay, fine. Get rid of this too. Get rid of that. Let's just try this again. Okay, and then I'll grab my one-way road and fix that. That back up. There we go. Okay. So that should sort out that situation. And then what I want to do is grab our alleys again and get our straight road on. Come out from here. Circle the building. Just like this. And then we'll leave some room for, like, some parking and stuff there. Okay. So, there we go. I kind of like that, too. Oh, God. What is with that? Eesh. That does not look great. Yeah, that looks terrible. But anyway, it's raining something awful here. But that's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We can deal with that. So that fixed that situation. I think that was what it was. It was about the way that I had zoned that up. Okay, so let's get some low density in here. And I'll just mass zone this stuff right up there. There we go. I think that's nice. And yeah, I think maybe I'll do a little bit more row housing over here. It'll go in eventually. So, okay. Then, so we've got the schools, we did all that. Now we can at least take a look at our development points. The first one I want to do is advanced road services. I'm going to get that immediately, and then I think I want to do parking. That might seem like a waste to people, I don't know, but I'm going to go with parking. And this will be the last thing I do for today's episode. What is going on over there? Eesh, that's a way big. That's so big. Okay. Goodness, it is raining like crazy. Okay, that looks better. Okay. So, Lord Almighty, I've lost train of thought. Okay, so what I want to do with our advanced road services is get rid of some of these crosswalks. We do not need all of these crosswalks. I don't want one there. Oh, left click. Right click. Don't want any of these. Don't want any crosswalks here. These are not good places for people to cross the street, so I don't want them to do that. I think those are fine. Are there any other places where I didn't want a crosswalk? I think we're good. I think we're okay. Oh, you know what? Probably down here. I don't want crosswalks here. Definitely no crosswalks there. And I don't think I want stoplights here either. Or here. Down there is fine. That's a good place for one. I think we're good. I think we're all set there. And then what I would like to do is get in some trees. So we'll get our European and we'll get a brush and we'll just put in some trees around this area. Let's lower the brush size but increase the strength. Just put some in here. And we'll do a poplar. We'll just mix it up a little bit here. Some along here. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so these will take, like, you know, a million years to grow in, but that's okay. That's fine. We'll enjoy it when they come, right? Okay. And that's just a little something to get us started. I might have to fiddle with the settings, because I'm getting... I haven't had too many problems with it before, but now I seem to be getting problems left and right. So, with just, like, the textures not showing in here. So, I'll adjust the settings. Hopefully, next time, that's a little bit better. But, anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. We do have a lot of map tiles. We have 7 of them. So, oops, I didn't mean to close that. I would like to buy some for the next episode, or in the next episode, and start expanding. But I would like to get some feedback on where we should expand to next. My gut says to go this direction, but we could also start going here and kind of open up this giant hill, and probably, if we get to the resources, if we get to, what's the one I'm looking for? Forestry. This will give us lots of forestry. So, you know, and that's at, I think that's at level 4, I want to say. Grand Village is forestry. So if we get to that next episode, we can start doing that if we open up those tiles. But otherwise, I'm thinking probably over here. We can do a little bit of both. But feel free, please, 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 actually, don't just feel free. I insist that you leave some comments about where we should expand to next. Other than that, however, that will do it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm loving the city so far. I like our little road layout. I think it's pretty nice. I think it's decent. It's a little bit, you know, it's not super boring, but it's not crazy. So, I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please feel free to leave a like below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see the rest of how this series shapes up. And yeah, otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time.